She's coming. She's gonna be late, but she's coming.
Come?
She's coming, but she's gonna be late.
Okay.
So we can go ahead and start, I guess. Come on in.
Well, I'll turn the recorder on.
Do it.
All right, Ms. Lee.
All right, let's see. We'll go ahead and call, do we have an agenda for today? Maybe it's stuck under here. It is. Sorry, I had the last one on there. Okay, roll call. We got everybody here but Lori.
At this moment, yeah, she is on the way.
Okay. All right, we have minutes from. That can't be right.
Yeah, it is, because March, we didn't have enough people. April, we didn't have enough people.
We hadn't had enough people
May, we had
for
a
a
storm.
forum, yeah.
June.
Yeah, the last several
Okay.
meetings we've not had
Okay,
quorum
all
to
right.
approve.
So you have a copy of the minutes. We were emailed those. Was there anything that needed to be corrected? If not, I'll accept a motion to accept the minutes as given to us.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as they're given to us.
Okay,
Seven.
all right, all in favor? Okay,
Long overdue.
the guests. Okay. Easter.
Easter was great. I think everything went well this year with us doing it outside. Weather permitting, I say we continue that. If y'all have any suggestions on anything we can do better or more to improve on it, speak up, because I think we're going in the right direction with that one.
I think as it stands, we're doing all what with the manpower we usually have that we can do, you
Yeah.
know, as is. And I think it would be a novel thing if we could continue. I love that Matt and them are
churches show
involved.
up and
Matt and them being involved.
they're such a big help.
Great.
With
Beautiful.
all of that.
Yeah. As long as we continue to have what we have, I say we continue doing what we do. Ain't broke, don't fix it.
So if everybody's happy with that one, we'll keep on track with that.
Mhm.
All right, Mother-son dance.
Mother Sundance was the best turnout yet.
Yeah, once again,
Miss Grooms, it was a huge turnout this time.
it was. It's one of those things too, Alicia. I mean, it's already set. People come to expect it, anticipate it. They look
I was
forward to
taking
it.
pictures till almost 6:45.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in the hall and there was standing room only still at 6:45.
It was good.
You know, so
The new lights are great.
Yeah,
I like the
it
new
was-
lights.
thanks to Lou Emma.
Thank you, Lou Emma.
They worked good?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
good.
good.
We had a full-blown discotheque.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
But it was a really good turnout.
It was.
All right, baseball fields.
You know, this year they've done a lot of improvements over there. The field, like the league itself, has done some improvements. The city has also put in some time and money. The painting finally got done with Mr. Duggar, and I think now they're into a couple of tournaments from the league and getting ready to start up fall ball.
It looks much better from the road.
Yes,
The whole thing, just painted, just made such a huge difference.
yes. It looks a lot better over there, and they're really working at trying to bring in tournaments to try to
Generate some
put
revenue.
back into the fields. And this new league that they have started up, I think it's going to be a good one.
You're getting a lot of response anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
they
They
have a lot
more
of people.
teams this year
Mhm.
than in the past,
So that obviously works.
so
People just want to play baseball.
if they can just keep going in that direction.
So there's still some issues with coaching and
Yeah.
ordinances and things with felonies. I know that's going to be an ongoing problem until something's changed or more people apply
Wanna
for
step
coaching.
up.
Apply for coaching that aren't felons. It's a shame that seems to be the case though.
And I think once again, we need to figure out some way to talk about the background checks
Uh-huh.
and what kind of policy
Yeah, I know
that
it's
we
going
have
to
in
keep it's going
place,
to keep rearing its it's going to keep
Yeah.
presenting itself.
or what we can do to change that.
Okay, May event.
May, we did movie on the square.
Did we
We
get
had a
that?
good night.
Oh,
It was,
yes.
it was a beautiful night with the weather. We had a great turnout.
We did.
Miss Kathy and Victoria was on the popcorn machine. They was throwing that stuff out left and right. Those kids was eating it up.
Yeah, it was good.
The movie was a really cute one.
It was.
Um,
And all the technology worked well.
Yeah.
Everything streamed and worked well. It was wonderful.
So I think that as long as construction permits, if we can
Yeah.
get another couple ones in this year before it gets too cold, I think it'd be good for it.
Is there any way to get access to the bathroom? so
That
they're
was,
not
yeah,
using-
that's always been the problem when you do things at the little park or wherever you do the parks. That's why sometimes it's better to host them at Gardenia maybe. Because we can put the projector at Gardenia too, and there is a bathroom there, you know, so there's a pavilion there now too.
Yeah.
So there's electricity, there's everything we need. And, you know, with construction being there, I don't know, I mean, as long as Halon, I mean, Bluegrass is open, which I think it's just temporary shut down right now. Yeah,
They're testing the water line, so it should be back up.
yeah.
tomorrow.
So, like I said, I don't think that'll be an issue even with construction.
Right.
And, you know, it's quieter over at Gardenia. Big trucks, stuff come by with their engines, you know, so it's a possibility as well, doing it out there. Or doing it even at the community center.
We have a date for a request for movie night up there. I think it's the 26th. I'm waiting on Laura to get here. I think that's what she had.
There's no electricity at Arrow Mines.
I don't know if it's a good time to bring that up. I was gonna like new business. The one thing that I'm starting to look at and just feedback. So bathroom at Arrow Mines.
Yes, and it's a
Yes,
it's a
definitely.
must.
One of the things I've done the first 2 weeks is going back and looking at my strategic plan. I've got
Uh-huh.
it put up now, and that was one of them in
It was.
2017. Again, things have changed so much with inflation and all that.
Mhm.
The last one we did at Gardenia was 24,000.
Yes,
But it was with septic. I think this one we can actually hit our sewer. So I'll bring that before you guys before we carry it to the commission to see if that's something you want to do and we'll get some better estimates on
Okay.
that.
thank you.
So with the bathrooms, that means that's power too.
Yeah,
So
that would generate electricity out there. Mhm.
I would like to have that with y'all's recommendations to the commission and the commission done in 2024.
Thank you.
So, and that's one of the things I'm working on the side with everything else that's
Yeah, I'm,
going on there. Makes it-
bless your heart. I know your plate is full.
But just so that's on your, you know it, start
Uh-huh.
thinking about it. But I think when we look back at your strategic plan, that's
It was
one of
part
the
of the
things.
original.
Well, Arrow Mines and then also Rotary Park, but Rotary, I mean, it don't have a bathroom, but there's one
Yeah.
close
The-
by.
The issue with the bathroom at baseball fields was it was generally locked whenever there's not baseball season, when there's not baseball people there. And that is by design because there's a lot of gravel over by that bathroom
Children
and
like to,
people like to fill the urinals up full of gravel.
And even grown men like to use that bathroom and tear it up.
Yeah, so that became an issue, and not that that doesn't happen or have the opportunity to happen at other bathrooms that we have, but you know, I have very little issue the whole time that I was director with the bathroom at Gardenia Park or at Howard Field when I started leaving them unlocked. You know, nobody ever really, there's some, I think the Boy Scouts put paint down the toilet whenever they were redoing the scout hut. You know, but I don't know that to be certain.
Didn't mean to barge into your agenda,
No.
but you're kind of talking about it. So
Yeah, thank you.
Like to bring that for y'all in hopefully next meeting or so.
I think it would be a great addition to the parks program. Well, since another bathroom to take care of. Yeah.
That was on my next thought was new bathrooms at Airlines.
Or any,
definitely
I mean, there's not new, I mean, there's none down there now, so
Yeah.
it'd be, new ones.
And the park does get a lot of, I mean, of course, it was always a hope and dream to eventually have better playground equipment at all the parks and stuff, you know, but even as is, it still generates a lot of activity at that particular park, you know.
Okay, splash pad open.
Everything's running.
It is in the 5-year plan there.
Yeah.
You're right, it is.
Over there.
that in a 5-year plan.
Mhm.
No major issues, and it's being used every single day.
Which one?
Splash pad.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, occasionally there's paper on the floor and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
but that's just because the kids
James
use.
comes in every evening, and when I go in to start up everything in the morning, there's some trash laying around. If people leave things, he'll lay it on the bench. If they don't come back and get it by the next day, he throws it away.
Yeah.
Like, he makes sure the bathrooms are clean and. the
So
trash
James is taking
picked
care of
up.
all the bathrooms, I think, and
Yeah.
he's taking.
Sorry, Mr. Patton, you said something, I don't think we heard you. You was talking about something 5-year plan?
The bathroom, the bathroom for,
Yes, sir.
oh, that was
I
on the
apologize, I
five-year
think we were
plan.
talking over you. I
Yeah.
apologize for that.
All right, craft market.
The next one is set for September. They had a huge turnout this last time with more vendors than they had the first. So keeping in touch with Tasha,
September what?
September the 7th. She's hoping to even have more go up for this one. So,
Is there
So
a
be
way
ready.
to extend it maybe out into the foyer area? Because it was pretty cramped in there last
yes.
time.
Yes.
And I didn't know if like just maybe, I don't know. I mean, I know maybe you don't want to do both sides. I don't know. It's just so cramped in there.
That's how
I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And it was a great turnout for people. There was no, I mean, people were parking anywhere and everywhere they could possibly park, and it was amazing.
I told her for sure that they could expand out and through the lobby and into the other side if they needed to.
I mean, I thought it was great. I mean, and maybe they
Is
would be strategic on what they put in the lobby, or, you know, to make sure people don't, or people know to go to the lobby, I guess, so nobody gets left out, but.
If it gets too big, I mean, is it something that people
Oh,
can
no,
set
I
tents
don't-
out in the grass?
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to,
I just think, I mean, it was just amazing, and, I mean, it'd be great to fill up the whole thing, and front, back, side, both lots, you know, I mean, it was just, it really shocked me. Not the amount of vendors, it shocked me the amount of people that came. I mean, I knew we had the vendors, like, just, you know, you see on Facebook, the amount of people always trying to.
I mean, if it gets to the point where we could open up the other side and just have them walk in through one and out the
Out
other.
the other, maybe, yeah,
Mhm.
that way, no, but I just don't, I mean, I don't wanna say put anybody in the lobby so they're left out,
Yeah.
but it would, I think, I think we skipped a whole row when we initially went through. Because there was just so many that were just kind of stacked on top of each other, but it was a great.
Yeah, I agree
so
with
many
you on
people
that.
everywhere. It was, which is great. And keep him that date again, I didn't finish writing down.
September 7th.
like,
Yes.
and is it,
Same time, same evening time.
Yes, I think so.
would you say it was mostly Mount Pleasant people, or are we getting people from outside?
Uh,
I think
people
it
from
was a
all
good mixture
over.
of
So,
both.
yeah,
There was a lot.
So it's
of
actually
vendors
bringing
coming out,
in-
wasn't there?
potential revenue as well.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
yeah.
And if somebody, I mean, I think we could even use the outside sidewalk.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely. I mean, the only thing
It's
about it,
pretty.
you just want to make sure it's covered in case it is bad weather, it's
Yeah.
beautiful weather that day. You don't want somebody not be able to get to
Right.
participate
Yeah.
because we put them on the outside. But if it's covered, that's something that's different.
We're saying if we ran out of space and somebody else wanted to set up outside, I mean, that should be a relevant possibility.
Well, I
Like,
do think maybe, like you said, there's an entrance and an exit. That way nobody gets left out.
are you taking people first come, first serve? As far as are people calling and reserving a potential spot?
Now, Tasha's the one that's dealing with all the layout of everything. So she and I are just communicating on
Is
where.
Tasha generating revenue for doing this, or is she just setting up a booth too?
She's setting up a booth too.
But she's not like charging other people for booth space or anything, is she?
Well, they're charging, and all that's gonna be given back to, the community. It's going back to like,
Who's overseeing this to make sure that that's exactly what takes place?
Santa Train.
Central. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
They good for me? I've seen a lot of good things come out of the Central. They've put in a lot of hard hours.
All right, Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls Club have moved in. They are getting stuff together as far as like things that they need for their day-to-day operation, like furniture. And
No
things
kids
like
yet?
that. Huh?
No kids yet, though?
Yes, they have anywhere from like 4 to about 8 right now through the summer. There's not many. I have a feeling that it will grow.
I hope so. 4 to 8 is kind of what I was having. Yeah.
Because like on the days that they really like when they do field trips, they have 8 to 10 kids. Just on a
But-
normal day, there's probably 4 or 5. that
But I don't know
come
how
every
long
day.
they'll sustain that with just 4 or 5. If there's anything we can do to generate knowledge about it, because it won't.
I just post about it.
Mm.
I had put some flyers out over, on the front desk over here. They're wanting to do a luau.
Could they put, maybe we can approach them, they're getting ready to do back to school bashes and things, where they might could put that in with that and get the word out to
Yeah.
people.
Ours are all on the same day. There's like, elementary's first and middle school and high school, so it's all the same night. So if they have somebody that wanted to come set up, they could probably rotate, but it's all
Yeah.
on the same day.
Or I would hit more towards the lower, because if you catch them, then,
But it's all the same day, so whatever that date is.
yeah, and maybe, have somebody set up, put flyers in with their,
Yeah.
whatever it is that they hand out at the back to school bash, and just try to get the word out.
Well, they said they were willing to come and volunteer at anything that we do.
But I
Put
think
in
that would
time,
help
make a
get their
presence.
word out. People just may not know they're there.
But
With the teens, the kids that I've been talking to try to get to go over there, it's like, I don't want to go over there and do nothing. So we're kind of like, and Laura and I was communicating on that, need to get out a flyer on what they're offering and what they're doing, so that the kids would be interested enough to go. Because when you say Boys and Girls Club right now, they're looking at it like going back to school, and that's not what it is.
Well, right now it's they watch TV, they play Nintendo Switch, they do little projects. They've had a few field trips to different places. Sometimes they do little like one day they made cake pops. The one of the ladies had already made the cake. They just come in and did the pop part. So they they do stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure what they do all day in there, because I don't have eyes on them all day, but that's what I know they have available.
But that's what I mean. Basically, we need to get out in the community. That they are doing activities, they are doing field trips, and
and basketball's available to them, right?
Yeah, the basketball. They have the basketball. They have they bought a new ping pong table and I think a new foosball table.
Okay,
They brought in over there,
great.
so
fantastic.
yeah.
So there's stuff to do. That's what I'm saying. I mean, there was stuff to do there before. I just couldn't get. I mean, the
I think
difference
today they
between
took the kids out to the splash pad. let them
splash
play
pads
for a
there
while.
now. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
are they doing, when school starts, are they doing like before school care, or is it just after
I
school?
don't
Older
know if they're
kids, I
doing
think it's just
before
after.
school, but they are doing after school.
I think it's before, and I think it's before for an hour and after school.
Well, the
Well,
reason,
they open now at 7, so
okay,
So it would be sometime before school, not a
Yeah.
lot.
because I know that the Boys and Girls Clubs that are in the school buildings themselves, they have cut out before school care.
Yes, they stopped that.
They stopped it. They no longer do
Stopped it
this fall.
this fall, yeah.
Well, now they may stop it this fall. I don't know, but
Well,
she had
but that's
originally.
not in the school.
Okay, she had originally said that it
Yeah.
would be before and
Well, I'm
after.
just thinking that might be, since before school care in the schools is cut,
That would help
that
them.
might help
Yeah.
promote them
Because a lot of parents have to
For
drop
Mount
their kids
Pleasant.
off earlier because
Yeah.
they gotta go to work.
for Mount
Yeah.
Pleasant
the
kids.
elementary school kids have stayed at the elementary school, and these are just like middle and high school.
Yeah, there's just
Right.
older kids there.
There, but I'm telling you, there is no Boys and Girls Club in the school before school care starting August 5th.
Yeah, but I don't know that this group at the community center is geared for smaller kids. Or
Oh.
they're limited people
Okay.
there. Yeah,
I know not children under 10.
yeah. So I don't know that before school care even comes to be that relevant
Not
an
yet.
issue.
So I don't know if they'll do that even at the center, because they didn't mention anything about that.
Okay. I was just curious because I knew they had cut it out at the school.
Yeah. So it may just be cut out altogether.
All right, Juneteenth event.
Juneteenth, we had a pretty good turnout.
Okay.
We had a great turnout with adults and kids. We had
We had a good time. I know
a
that.
lot of we had a lot of
That
older people.
inflatable was really nice.
We had a lot of older people up there,
Yeah, it was
and
good.
we had a good turnout with kids rotating through and coming through. So
Yeah, everybody
The
had
firemen
fun.
did our hot dogs again. Bedford and the bank brought the popsicles. We still
The
had,
water side was fine.
yes, and I do highly recommend the people that we got the water slide from this time. Buggies,
It was good.
Boggies Bouncers or something like that. They're out of Summertown. The
Oh,
Rockstar that we
my
used the
grandson
year
has his
before.
card. If you don't have the number, my grandson has it because he's taking it to everybody saying he wants that right there because the guy took his slide. He went to every car that left and showed them that's what he wanted was the slide.
It was
He
a lot
was
of fun.
really sad because the slide left him.
We had
But
fun.
yeah, it was a really good turnout.
Gardenia Park.
Next year, we just plan on doing the hot dogs and the popsicles for the city. And just go ahead and make that plan.
Hot dogs. Okay. Gardenia Park.
If y'all have not been out there, the pavilion and the basketball court are done and look amazing. There are picnic tables out there under the pavilion. There are 2 very nice basketball goals
It's great.
out there. And
Pavilion has ceiling fans and power.
the
And
sidewalk,
bathrooms,
the
that's what I'm saying.
bathrooms, the sidewalks out to each. You know, they've done a great job out there.
I think we do the next movie at Gardenia.
The,
Makes sense.
the additional things that's needed is
I got a phone call today asking me, did I know that a church was having VBS out there tonight? And I said, no one's called me about it.
that Church of Christ does Vacation Bible School up there every year.
It's great.
Oh,
So now there's a spot.
Well, yeah, Church,
It's so nice.
Church of Christ automatically has done Vacation Bible School up there every year, even before anything was up there.
That's great. So I'm so proud that we got something down there.
Tell you the story
Oh,
about
and speaking of basketball goals, I know this is not on the agenda,
I've got
but
it.
the one at Arrow Mines Park,
Uh-huh.
the Boy Scouts are done with it. They have sealed the courts. They have painted the goals, put up new nets, and put a bench out there
That's fantastic.
for a project
Scout, Eagle
for
Scout
one of the guys
project. Mhm.
that were aging out or moving up,
Eagle
or
Scout. Yeah.
something like that. But that was his final project as a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
So if y'all get a chance, go look at it. But it looks great.
Well,
So
I
to
think,
date, the Boy Scouts have done a lot of great things for Parks and Rec. They did the sign in front because Ross Kinney did the sign. That was
Yeah.
his Eagle Scout project. And then Gaga Ball Pit at Gardenia was an Eagle Scout project. And the walking trail behind Arrow Mines Park was a Boy Scout Eagle Scout project.
can you get me the information for the Eagle Scout and an address? Cause I'll
Yeah,
send them a thank
I'm
you
having
card.
him write up a thing because I'm gonna post it all over our
Yeah.
Facebook page.
But I'd like
and,
to send them a thank you
okay.
card from,
Yeah, I sure
from
can.
us
Mhm.
for doing
I sure
that.
can.
All right.
And I'm just gonna say for the minutes, Miss Lori knows the minutes.
Hi, Lori.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late, y'all. It's foster care.
All right, July event.
We really don't have anything planned. I think we just hit it big with the back to school bash.
Hot.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Just kind of get all that coordinated with that. Back to school bash for the schools are, Miss Grims, do you know when those are? I think they're that Thursday or Friday,
Moving in the park.
Thursday, I think.
We got Mount Pleasant Elementary, I think they posted something.
You said the 30th?
I think it's,
27th?
yes, no.
July
It's not
27th is a
disparaging.
back to school something.
No, ours is,
Now, my question to you all is, do you want to do it at the same time, or do y'all want to do it on a Saturday?
Oh, that, never mind, that one says Mount Pleasant Middle.
ours is and they're all three.
And that gives people the chance to come
August
out.
1st from 4 to 5:30.
Yeah, well, there's like the elementary schools, and then it's supposed to all be the same night, sporadic times, because ours is the last one, ours goes to like 7 o'clock.
Okay, well, Mount Pleasant Elementary says theirs is 4 to
That-
5:30.
Yeah, ours is that same.
At the bank right now, we're doing a fundraiser to get teacher supplies to go along with the back to school bash, and in lieu of backpacks and other things, there's such a big list of stuff that teachers don't get. So I think that's what Heritage is doing this year, bank wide. So, of course, ours will go to our schools here, what we raise in Mount Pleasant. So we're doing something that we're supposed to have I think we should probably try to all do it at the same time. I think that'll be the most impact, if we do it the same day that they're doing theirs. Depends on what we're doing though. What have you thought of what kind of presents we'll have at the back to school bash? Or?
'Cause that's on
It's Thursday night,
Yeah, because that already happens on its own.
and we start school on that
Monday afterward.
Monday. Yes, ma'am.
So what would you propose we as Parks and Rec would do at the back to school bash?
Like, I think we set up, like over, at the splash pad,
Uh-huh.
maybe get a bounce house, just
Uh-huh.
a bounce house, not a water,
Yeah,
because we already have water.
that's right.
Get hot dogs.
Uh-huh.
Um,
It's right there in the middle of all three schools.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, have music going,
Yeah.
just give the kids a fun time.
Something to do while everything else is going on.
Yep, and then see if like our churches want to come and set up maybe some games
Uh-huh.
or, and then if they want to do their backpacks,
Yeah.
because I know some of our local churches do a lot
I'll
with
say
the
that
backpacks.
there are some other people, I remember Tay and them did something that, so having a better location to do that would be the community center. You'll get everybody in one location.
Yeah,
That's a chance for us to make the most impact, I think. Fun day.
yeah.
I know it's Thursday, but yeah. Still summer at that point. You said you don't start school till the next Monday?
Yeah.
Like what
So
time?
it would be what?
The elementary is first, they're supposed to be in 30 minutes differentiation, so like, theirs is 4 to 5:30, so that means the middle school is supposed to be like 4:30 to 6. And ours is supposed to be like 5 to 6:30. Like that was the original, thing, so I'm assuming that's still the middle school. I know we are doing ours that night, we're the latest one, so we're either done at 6:30 or 7.
In elementary start.
So we would need it, say from
So
4 to
maybe 4
7?
to 7.
4 to 7, yeah.
3:30 to, yeah, 4 to 7. 'cause
4 to 7.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Then they go after they see their teacher.
I mean, it's, like you said, it's just being available.
I'm good with that.
We have movie night as the 13th.
Yeah.
We have movie night as the 13th on Gardenia Park,
13th of,
July, Friday.
that's coming up. It's so hot. It is hot right now, but
It's 7:30 at night.
yeah.
Are y'all,
You can't, look, it gotta be darker at 7:30 to show a movie outside. It gotta be dark. So if it's not dark enough at 7:30, what time do we show the movie out here on the square? It's
It
probably
was
close to
8:30.
8:30 before
We're
you can
finishing the
start.
movie, we need the thing to
So
show.
on that night, y'all are having a thing at the Gardenia?
Movie night.
It'll be 8:30 before you can start showing it. Probably. That's what time we could start with this one. It don't get dark enough to show it on the screen. It's gotta be dark outside. It's about 8:30 before we could actually get it started. So it was after 10 before we got gone from there. What time did you get home? It was almost 11 o'clock.
I left early.
Oh, you did? I didn't even notice.
I had a new puppy and left alone for the first time.
Before we go, so the back to school bash, you're gonna do 4 to 7 after school.
Yeah, I think we need to
On the purse.
Splash pad side.
flash that.
If we're gonna do stuff over at the splash pad.
So you're gonna get a bounce house, you think? Then I'll try to get a bounce house.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it, yeah.
And food,
What else? Probably chips and water, or chips and, yeah, chips and waters.
gonna get some information out
Maybe
to us
see if
then, what
somebody
you need
like,
help with.
And
You're gonna get information out to us, what you
Yes,
need
ma'am.
help with.
Yes, and if you'll get it to the school, so they can go ahead and be posting it with their,
okay,
stuff, like on their Facebook, on their Facebook page.
I think it'll be one of those events that you will have
Like, people
people.
gonna see it. And
Yeah.
if there's any way to make like a sign, I feel like sometimes people don't stop by because they don't know what it is. Like, they didn't, maybe, they may not have seen it on Facebook.
So they don't want to interrupt
They
a
don't
private
know if
party
it's
or
a private
something.
Something, you know, so if we could.
Never really
do
thought about
some
that.
kind of, like signage to say Parks and Rec, back to school bash.
Everybody
or
all welcome.
You know, something that, and I wouldn't put a date or a time, I would just make a sign that you can use over and over and over and over again. Like, I remember there's this sign that they put uptown, that just said like, "Go Tigers," not for the high school
Mhm.
footballers. It's like a very generic sign that I've seen them use for like 10 years.
like we could probably get with the
James,
Fringe event.
Paperweight
Yeah.
and do like a Parks and Rec event, free to the public or,
Alright.
Something, just
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like, welcome them to come. If
Yeah.
they don't think it's a birthday party. or
welcome everybody.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
But if they knew it was a back to school thing, and
Yeah.
they were welcome, you know, or just like, yeah, just a free event, welcome,
Yeah.
come eat.
that,
But most of the time, we do the same kind of thing, you know.
that same scenario was kind of why there was never a charge to rent pavilions, because you could, I mean, it was a public park. And if you rent the pavilion, if you charge money for it, then when that odd person shows up at the event and you get that call and says, hey, we reserved this pavilion, I said, yeah, but you didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't you all just get along?
You just put a sign up, that way they know,
Yes.
you know.
And if we had one that just said Parks and Rec event free to all,
Yeah,
we
that's
could
it.
use it for
For
any
everything.
event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any
We could
place.
use it to any event, not just the
They
back
know
of the
that
school
it's not.
bash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave will get you some. He's fairly reasonable.
But something large enough that it can be seen. You know,
Usually
not-
one of those big, what I call the Pepsi signs.
Yeah, those big ones.
That you have to, that's what I call, because I've written on the back of a bunch of those.
You have
I
to
mean,
get a,
Yeah,
Pencil on the back of a bunch of them.
how
Yeah,
many
reuse
tournaments
it.
have we written on this thing?
Yeah. Them backs of the Pepsi signs work good. I stenciled a many of them.
What were you saying about maybe the churches could do what?
Set up
Games.
games.
Oh, games.
Yeah, like,
activities.
Southside, they're really good about coming up with games and, things when we do events.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm a
And they'll
little
show up
worried
and-
about the bounce house.
And Matt and
You're
them
gonna
do it
have
all,
wet
where they
kids
bring their, they
running
bring
through the
people.
thing and then getting in the bounce house.
As long, yeah,
I'm worried about the bounce house. I think
Yes,
we can
the
do
ones
it
that
in
was every-
churches and
yeah,
stuff
when
to
they
do
brought, they
games,
brought
we
like
won't need a
800 people.
bounce house.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have water tracks all in that bounce house
So,
from that, from the
just, you know,
splash pad.
Well, it's supposed, that's what I'm saying, you know, if you get people to show
Yeah.
up to do things like that, it
And
doesn't
it's not
matter.
made for water.
Boys and Girls
so-
Club should be there. You know what I mean? Because it's an
Kids
opportunity to
slide
get, so
down
that's
and
another
slide
person who
down
can be at the
and
back
fall
school
in.
bash.
Definitely using food,
Uh-huh.
you know, to come to the, I mean, are we gonna have something to pass out that day there? To give, are we gonna give away, do we have anything to give?
hoping to get some backpacks. Cause I'm working on a letter to send out to the local businesses asking for either a donation or
And
supplies.
I'll say this, just as a teacher, the backpacks themselves are not used a lot. We find them in trash cans, we find them in dishes.
Mm-hmm.
The actual supplies, so instead of spending time stuffing backpacks,
Just
we
spots
had bins
That's right.
that had grabbable.
Pencils, crayons, paper,
Those
pencils.
are
Like,
paper.
don't spend the time.
That's what we did at Family to Family.
Spend the time on the time or effort on the backpacks. That's gonna, and usually what you're gonna get is gonna be very cheap anyway.
Mhm.
It's not gonna last very long.
Right.
But if they know, you know, they can get a thing of pencils, a thing of markers, a thing to do, you know.
We did that the last year,
Put it in
Family
a
to Family.
Like, I mean, we could bring Walmart sacks.
I have bags. I have bags from my job that I could give out and let them do it.
And then let them do it
Myself.
themselves.
Yeah.
I'm just not, like, I just know how many amounts of hours I've spent stuff in bags that
Yeah.
I think, okay, these people could
Yeah.
really. do
Exactly.
this themselves.
And then make them feel like
Right.
they're shopping.
We had filled up the whole basement
You know,
of
you
the
let a
power
little-
company.
You know, if the little kid goes through and says, you know, we do gotta kind of man it a little bit so you don't get 25 things, but, you know,
Mhm.
crayons. and-
Right.
Yeah, you gotta have supervision.
But I just, yeah, I think that'd be just in the little bins, and then that way they can kind of get it themselves.
Mm.
And then if you had a bank or a business that wanted to also give pencils that had their names on it, or, you know, erasers or glue sticks,
Right.
or sticky notes.
I think I have pencils. What do you have?
Remember, they got all kind of garb, you know, I got a peach cutter.
I got a piece of color. Don't do that.
Yeah. You know, I would say don't waste our time on stuff.
Yeah, because my kids never use it back then.
No. And I mean, just as a teacher, the amount of places I've found those bags too.
Well, I mean, like
They
you
got the
said,
stuff out, they just don't leave the bag.
like you said, I mean, they don't, most of the time those backpacks are just like the little drawstring bags or
Kids like
something
that
that
there,
they're
and
not gonna
everything.
use.
The sling bags. But now schools are not even allowing big backpacks anyway. So.
So if we can just get.
Things are changing, guys, so I think, yeah,
All right, so anyway, sorry, that's just my Tuesday.
Do the
No, I
schools
think
send
it's a
out a
good
list
idea.
of what the students are supposed to have?
The elementary and the middle school have theirs posted already.
Okay.
Gotta put them out there online.
If we did basic pencil, paper, glue,
Spiral notebooks, because they have them for all
Crayons.
classes. I mean, composition books.
composition book,
Spiral, yeah.
those 5 things right there would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
That's
you
your
don't
basic.
have to be like.
Ink pens and pencils, because high school kids need ink pen, they're not gonna use pencil.
Folders. They need
folders.
folders. And, yeah.
And the good thing is that tax-free weekend would have already occurred. And so parents may say, okay, we've got the list, we didn't get notebook paper. So they may say, all we really need is that. We've got pencils, you know, that way they won't take stuff that they don't
That
need.
they don't need.
Yeah,
And you're not giving them a lot of stuff that they're not gonna
gonna
use.
use,
Yeah.
right.
So if we're gonna have that kind of stuff and we're giving stuff away, I think maybe not the bounce house either. Because again, you're gonna take make sure their shoes are off.
I'm just worried about the water.
Have they went to their thing yet? So then you're gonna have, you know, parents trying to find their kids. Are they in the bounce house? Are they at splash pad? Are they here? You know, I don't know. I think it would be fun if it was not with the splash pad.
Yeah.
But with the splash pad and with them having to go in and out of schools or in and out of cars, maybe not.
Well, I figure like if people are, like especially with the elementary school kids, they're not gonna come till after they get done over there. You know, most people are gonna go do what they need to do at school and then come.
And, you know,
Yeah,
No, or in the splash pad,
yeah.
or in the splash
Yeah,
pad.
they rolled that out
One thing you
last
can do,
year.
Since we're gonna have the food, is bring some of those picnic tables over, and have the picnic tables there, they can eat their food, get their, you know, look at their,
Away from the splash
supplies
pad.
away
Yeah.
from the splash pad. I had the music, I think the music's a good thing, that draws people in and kids in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Do all that over the east hall side, you know, where you can still be, keep an eye on what's happening in the splash pad.
I don't think have it, I think have it all at the splash pad.
All of
We
it.
need-
Yeah.
It needs to go all right there. It's gonna be, if you have, that's going across a parking lot. I don't know. I mean, that's just me. I would just have it all set up right
'Cause,
there.
I mean, we could set tables up in the grass,
Yeah, right there.
well,
Walk
up to the net
slides.
where they dug the trench up
Oh.
there.
What's trench? Haven't seen.
From the,
From the football field
Yeah.
to the drainage ditch
Oh,
by the road, they've dug to run a drain from that to there.
Still
To go
in
underneath the
review.
turf,
It'll be
yeah.
covered once
That's
they
like
get
where
there.
you gotta drain it.
over the field lines of the
the
septic tank?
closer you have everything to the actual splash
Yeah.
pad, the better.
Yeah.
I don't think have a lot
For
of,
their turf field.
They won't ever make it to
Where's
that.
the,
nobody's
where's
not
the,
gonna make it.
if
They're
it
gonna
goes-
go, oh, I missed that.
does it go over where the field lines are in the septic tank?
If we set the, like under the trees out there, set the tables up with your supplies,
When we used to have those old splash pad, or those water days, and we had no splash pad, we set everything up right there underneath those trees and then filled the, so I think we can still do that the same.
I think we can set tables and chairs up like right there
Yes.
in that little grassy area, maybe a couple of tents for people to sit down and eat. I think we'll be fine right
Yeah.
there.
I do too.
Save the money on.
Get
the
Bedford and his DJ skills going,
Yeah.
if he is.
Spend the money on more supplies than. instead of the
Yeah, I don't
bounce
think we need the bounce house.
Okay.
I just think it's gonna be too hard to control with the water and the hot dogs and the,
house. Like I said, that's just money we can spend on something else.
yeah.
Look, it is, you know, it gets hectic when there's a lot of kids, because, you know, parents don't really, participate in the control of their children at these events, you know. I have to fuss at a few.
All right, do we have anything else?
I have something. I am stepping down since Philip is now the city manager. Just so there's no conflict of interest, if there's ever anything that we want to do as a board, that they'll say that, we get special treatment or digits or whatever, just because I'm on the board. I've been on the board a long, long, long time. I'm gonna try, to find somebody in the school to take my spot. I got a couple people, if y'all know some people, if you want me to reach out and talk to them and ask them, I'd be glad to. I'll still be at a lot of things, but I guess I kind of have to be at more things than I even was at before with him in his position. I'm gonna stay until there is somebody. If you have somebody, you don't know somebody, then that's fine. I'll stop asking people, but I've already started asking a couple people. 2 people are gonna think about it. One of them's got a lot of small children, but I think would be really good. But you guys let me know. He put first lady on.
Now,
He says we can break up.
Okay. Sure. What do you want to say?
And it's documented.
Miss Al, miss you, being a part of our board.
See, just as long as you come back for the daddy
I'll
daughter
always be there for daddy daughter dance.
because that is your baby.
That's my thing. That's got a soft spot in my heart. Even when people try to change the name of it, I was like, don't change the name of it. I came up with that name. That's totally for somebody else, but don't change the name of it. It could be anybody. It could be like the uncle, the cousin. I don't care. But I just, like I said, I don't want anybody to ever say that we didn't do something the right way, and if there ever be kind of like black cloud on this board, or these people, or those of us that have and will continue to give a lot of your free time to try to make things better for the community. So I guess this is my last official meeting.
Well, thank you.
I'll probably come and sit over there sometimes because I got a lot of stuff to say.
So we just have to
we
accept what you're
appreciate it,
saying.
but we don't,
You think so?
I think,
I don't think that's gonna actually play favorite just because you're here.
I don't know.
I mean-
persuasive.
Not unless you, not unless you break him at home or something.
And like I said, hopefully, my replacement will, be somebody that will be very helpful to the board as well.
As long as they bring good
Somebody
things like
from
you
the
brought,
school would
Mr.
definitely.
I think,
Are you gonna give him your book?
My book. I cannot have my
You can,
book. That is my book, of my archive book. That's what I feel like it is. It's got every piece of paper that.
I know it. It's like, I never doubted that we would know what happened in the past, because you do.
I know it. I keep them all. So, and if me and Phil break up, I'll be back.
Well, we'll take you back anytime.
Okay, any other business?
I'm bringing all this crap
I
home.
don't have any.
Well, first, I would like to just welcome Philip. Like, him taking over the city manager's position, him stepping into this new role. He's got big shoes to fill, but we expect big things out of him.
Having you saying, thank you, I think.
All right, anything else?
Isn't the kids paint thing on the square next month?
Man,
The kids paint thing on the square?
paint thing
I
on
don't know
the
about it.
Haven't heard anything
I
about
haven't heard
it.
anything about it.
Was that not talked in our meeting?
So, yeah, I couldn't recall off the top of my head. Maybe.
I-
I can look
maybe-
into it.
Who was hosting it? Who hosts it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Ever since they canceled Paint the Town, I didn't know of any art going on in the square.
I think the kids are supposed to be, the school's supposed to be having the kids come up. You know what, let me find
Oh,
out.
I think that's part of the,
Back to school.
Okay, that's what it is, yeah.
Part of the bicentennial. They're
The
having
kids
art-
paint,
they're having
yeah,
art
yeah, they're gonna have the
thing
kids
all
paint
day
on the
this
square, yeah.
That's
That's part of the bicentennial.
That's why I heard it in that meeting. I'm sorry, I go to too many meetings.
And look,
He don't know it.
I go to too many meetings, I'm sorry. I got kinda confused, so y'all
I'm
forgive
staying out
me.
of it. I don't want to comment because I know we're being recorded.
Okay, anything else? If not,
Glad to see you back in North.
thank you. I'm working hard.
Glad
I see
your
your
Thursday went
sidekick
well.
over there.
So, it's 2.5 weeks. So, and today I had to go back to work.
Yeah.
So, I'll accept a motion for us to adjourn.
I'll for a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second it. We can go home now, guys.
Thank everybody for coming. Bye. Get caught up.
Okay, sign this one. And this had June at the top.
Break up.